Hi guys, how's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty well. It was a beautiful day today. We are back to short weather. It was in the 80s today. It was really, really warm. My husband was put his shorts back on and everything, and I'm like, back to summertime. Today is Tuesday, November the 5th. And man, there's some things going on. Wow. Did y'all hear that? That Sunland, he reversed himself. He changed his testimony and said that what he had his memory refreshed, and by golly, there was some quid pro quo after he thought about it for a little while and decided that he didn't want to be held in contempt. He decided he better tell the truth or he's going to get in trouble. So anyway, that was a reversal. Now, what are they going to do about that? There's like either four or five guys that are, telling the same story, basically. And there's a bunch of them that wouldn't come in, that they were called in and they said they weren't going to come in and testify. At first they were, and then they weren't. So they're so unreliable, Well, how the hell does Trump have a grasp on these guys, Why are they so afraid to speak out? Oh, well, look at Rand Paul today. He's going on and on that they say they know who the whistleblower is, and they want the media to reveal his name. They won't do it because it's against the law. They can't do that. I'm sure they would. I don't know what, would happen to them, but it's against the law to reveal a whistleblower's name. But they're asking, Rand Paul's out there saying that it should be revealed. And Rand Paul, he's speaking out both sides of his mouth, because his father, I watched this show and they were talking about it, that he had this campaign for liberty in 2014. And Rand Paul himself said during that campaign for liberty that there are millions of government employees and contractors, and if they see something, they should be able to report it without having any repercussions. So there should be protections for whistleblowers. And now, also he said that Edward Snowden, he should have been protected. But he's not. He wants this guy. He wants him to be outed, and he doesn't want him to have all the protections that should be afforded to any whistleblower. When he was, back then, he was in a different place. It all depends on who you're for and who you're against, I guess. So I guess he doesn't like this whistleblower, so he doesn't want to give him any protections. So the law means nothing. It's just who you like at the time, right? Oh, anyway, so I want to do a really quick little reading on Rand Paul. He is so annoying. He is. He's so annoying, the way that he talks and everything. Uh, right when I decided I wanted to do this reading, I meditate on Rand Paul and try to get hold of his energy and just see what's going on with him, And this is what I see. This is what Spirit shows me, and it's so funny. And I had to understand it, and I did come to an understanding. Let me tell you, I see it's Rand Paul as an ostrich running around, like just running around like crazy, like a crazy ostrich. And I'm like, why an ostrich? Why? He has this like ostrich face of Rand Paul, but as an ostrich. It's so weird. And I'm like, why? Why an ostrich? Why are you showing me an ostrich? This makes no sense. And then he said, because he can't get off the ground. This is never going to fly. I'm like, oh, so ostriches don't fly. So all this yapping and running around that Rand Paul saying, out in the media should out him and all that, it's not going to get off the ground. Media is not going to do it. It's not going to take off. So he's just yapping and, flapping his wings, but he ain't going nowhere. It's all about power, okay? That's all it is. It's all about power. Republicans don't want to lose power. That's that's all it is. That's all this protection about, Trump is all about protecting the power of the GOP. That's it. That's it. It's money and power, you guys. So anyway, that's what I saw when I connected to spirit. That was funny. I just had to stop and think about it. I'm like, why? What? This makes no sense. But things always make sense. They show it to me in a very simple way. I guess I got a simple mind, so they help me out in real simple ways. Okay, I have my cards ready to go. The first card I get for Rand Paul is the Ace of Pentacles. So the most important thing is he has to stabilize everything for Trump. So that's what he's doing. He's trying to stabilize it. Also, it's great for Rand because he's an opportunist, and this is a chance for him to get his face out there. So it goes hand in hand with what he wants, and he's, helping out Trump too. And it's making him, he knows Trump has a lot of supporters. If Trump's supporters are his supporters, right? So it's all about the money. It's all about the power. Money and power, okay? He might run for president again. You never know. This is crossing over the Ace of Pentacles. This is the High Priestess card. This is new information that will be coming out, you guys. Believe it or not, there is more to come. Secrets will be revealed. More to come. Stay tuned. I don't know. Every day we're learning more and more things. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Overlooking the situation, Queen of Cups. And like I said about him believing that whistleblowers should have protection, that is really what he believes. He doesn't believe what he even says. In his heart, he knows that the whistleblowers should be protected. He's just playing a game. He really is. He's just playing a game. He knows very well between right and wrong. He really does. This is just a game that they have to play for power. And I think this is a reflection of that. So many emotions that have to be tamped down. And isn't it weird that you have a job that you have to do and you can't even be true to your own self? Who wants a job like that? A man that wants power. That's what. Look at Trump. He used to be a Democrat, and then he realized he would never get elected as a Democrat, and he became a Republican because he knew Democrats were too damn smart to ever vote for him. And he figured out he'd go with the dummies. I'm sorry if there's any Republicans. That was rude. That was just rude. I'm so sorry. That was rude. Uncalled for. I didn't mean that. I take it back. Okay. All right. This is the Empress. This is the foundation of the situation. He's all about protecting Trump. This is, the nurturing card. He's about protecting Trump and the administration, no matter who gets hurt, no matter who takes the fall, Trump must be saved above all. Okay. That's the most important thing, because if Trump stays in power another 4 years, they can get so many more things changed. They can gerrymander so many more things and get more judges in there and all. So they really want to save Trump. And it's not for Trump, it's for themselves, really. They're going to be there. After Trump leaves, they'll still be there, He's going to go. Did you hear him? He made a speech. He said, I might be here 12 years. I might be here 15 years. I might see you in 9 years. I'm like, what in the hell are you talking about? I saw a clip of that on the TV. I'm like, are you crazy? I mean, he thinks he's king. He really does. This is the past card for him. This is a Seven of Pentacles. And this is Rand Paul. He's been working really, really hard all his life to become president. That's the whole thing behind him. He really, really has his eye on being president one day. That's his long-term goal. I think he's going to run for president again one day. And that's the real story here. That really is. And, he sees himself that he could be in Trump's position one day. and that could be him that everybody's hating on and giving a hard time. So one day he'll need protection from the GOP if he's in that position also. So I think that's, he's just reflecting all that. What if that was me? I'd want this. I'd want somebody to, have my back. So he's going to have Trump's back no matter what. People can find all kinds of reasons to justify their behavior. They really can. It's not hard to do, really. You can figure it out. All right, this is the last card I pulled for him. This is a Knight of Pentacles. This is for the future. We don't like what he's doing. We don't like what he's saying. We don't think it makes any sense. But you know what? It is serving him well with the GOP, with the Republicans, with the base. They like Rand Paul. They really do. So as far as his career and where he's at, it's good for him. Okay, so this is a good omen card to get for him. Republicans, they really do love him. They like him a lot. And I think we're going to see more of him. And like I said, in the future, I wouldn't be surprised if he runs for president again. So he's not going anywhere, y'all. That's for sure. Oh, he's a very ambitious guy. That's what this is all about. He's very ambitious. So we're going to have to put up with him, even though, like I said, he speaks out of both sides of his mouth because that's the way they roll when if it's not good for the goose and good for the gander, it's just good for the gander. You know what I mean? So that's how they are. You know what? I was thinking about when Rand Paul was running against Trump, and Trump talked bad about everybody. He trashed everybody. So I kind of went back and tried to find something that he said about Rand Paul. I looked it up on the internet, and I saw in 2000, I think it was in 15, they played golf together. And Trump said, I easily beat him. And I will easily beat him in the world of politics too. And then he didn't tell you this, but I made a big donation to his, his eye center that he is affiliated with, something like that. He patted himself on the back. Oh, I'm such a great guy. I beat him, but then I made a nice donation, And then he said, I feel sorry for the great people of Kentucky that they're being used as a backup to Senator Rand Paul's attempt to become president. And then he went on to say that he has no chance of winning the nomination, and the people of Kentucky shouldn't allow him to have the privilege to be their senator. So not only did he want him not, to run for president, he wanted him not to be a senator either, which is stupid because he turned out to be such a good, a lot of help for Trump. But he trashed him and trashed him and trashed him, and I don't know. That's Trump for you, Anyway, and then, of course, all these people that he's trashed, they've gone on to just royally kiss his bottom. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. And that's just one of the things he said about him. He said other stuff too, but that's the stuff that I can remember anyway. Okay, guys, I want to tell y'all something funny, a little story here. Since I'm done with the reading, I'm going to go off on a story. I hadn't talked to y'all in a while, so my daughter's been sick. She's 35 years old. She still lives with me. And we've had, our weather has been up and down and all around, and we've all had allergies really bad. And she said, oh, my allergies are just bothering me so bad. And she just started getting sicker and sicker and sicker until she couldn't deny that it was more than an allergy. She had a virus or something, So she's been around here. She only has one day off a week. She works 6 days a week. She's a hairstylist. Yeah, she doesn't do my hair. I have to beg her to cut my hair. But she stayed around here for a couple of days, and I tried to, take care of her best I could, give her some Alka-Seltzer Plus, and she ended up calling in sick on Monday. But Sunday, my husband said, we should make her some chicken soup. My husband makes the best chicken soup when you're sick. It's delicious. And it's made with love, so it's perfect. And he said, let's go get the ingredients for her. and we'll go to the store and I'll make her some chicken soup. And I said, okay, let's do that. I told her, we're going to go get you some soup. And she said, I don't want any soup. And I said, well, you're getting some anyway. We get back home. I didn't know this. When we got home, HEB didn't put my chicken in the bag. How the hell does that happen? We got home with no chicken. Can you believe it? That's the first thing. So I had to go back to the store and get the chicken. So my husband's like, go get it. And I'm like, shit, I didn't want to do it, but I had to go. So I go get the chicken. Come back home. He starts making the chicken. He makes the whole soup and everything. And then she comes out of her room and she has a Sonic cup. And I'm like, where did you get Sonic at? And she's like, I told you I don't want soup. I went and got me something from Sonic because I don't want soup. Well, I had decided I would make her a sandwich to go with her soup. So I had a sandwich ready for her to go to eat, but she said she didn't want it. She'd just eaten. So she said, just leave it for me for later. I said, okay. But she had just eaten, and then the soup got ready and my husband, I had put it, I had wrapped it up and put it aside. It was just a cheese sandwich. It was a nice cheese sandwich. It was Havarti cheese with avocado, cucumber, tomato, toasted on a multi-grain bread. It was delicious. It was really delicious. Very, very healthy. That's what she needed. I ate one. She didn't want to eat it. I'm sure she had a hamburger or something disgusting. I mean, they're good once in a while, but if you're sick, you need something healthy, right? Anyway, so she comes out a little while later and she says, I had given her sandwich to her dad. He ate his soup, and I said, do you want the sandwich? She's not going to eat it. Go ahead and eat it. She comes out a little later and she said, where's my sandwich? And I said, well, your dad ate it. And she's like, I told you I was going to come back and eat it. And I'm like, and she was just going off and off and off. Well, she didn't know one little thing about the sandwich. When I was making the sandwich, y'all seen my dogs. They come here sometimes and lay. Wherever I'm at, that's where they're at. Right now, they're not in here because the door's shut. So when I was making the sandwich, I told her, this is what happened when I made your sandwich. And you will be glad your father ate it. I wanted to make her happy, so I told her the truth. And my husband wasn't even watching or listening to me. He was watching TV, but as soon as my voice got low, his ears pricked up and he started listening. You know how that is? So I said, honey, when I was making the sandwich, this is what happened. You'll be so happy you didn't eat it. I toasted the bread. It was in the toaster. I picked the bread up out of the toaster. It's hot toast. I turn around. There's a dog right there. I almost trip over the dog. Y'all know how that is. Your dogs are right there in the kitchen laying down. As soon as you turn around, you're about to trip over them. That's how my dogs are. They're like waiting for me to drop. So I dropped the toast directly on the dog. I mean, directly. 3-second rule, right? It wasn't even a second. I picked it up like in 1 second. It dropped on the dog quick, and I blew it off, and I looked at it, and I didn't see any dog hair on it. And I was like, it's fine. It's her dog. She can eat the sandwich. But Johnny ate it, not her. So I told her, the toast dropped on the dog. And my husband's like, what? But it's 3-second rule, so it didn't count, right? Hey, I've seen a bug crawl on his food and then him eat his, be outside of something crawl on his food and he just shove it aside and eat it. So I didn't bother him. Anyway, she started howling and laughing, and I ended up making her another sandwich and everything. So she was happy she didn't eat her sandwich. So anyway, big deal, huh? Yeah, watch out when you come and eat at my house. You never know what could have happened. I tell you, these dogs, they get in the way, and the dog hair's everywhere anyway. So I'm pretty sure we've all eaten a little bit of dog hair. Now, that might sound disgusting to a lot of you people, but it's the truth. And if you have a dog, you're going to have some dog hair in your mouth once in a while. That's just the way it goes. Anyway, so that's my story. Poor guy. I have never dropped a piece of food on a dog and picked it up before. Never, ever. But that was the first time. but it was a big old piece of toast. I bought this really nice big old bread at Nature's something, Nature's Own or something, Nature Grain, or I forgot. Anyway, it's got the thick bread. It's multigrain. It was so nice. So I just picked it right back up. What can I say? Anyways, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you guys. That's what happens when I'm the cook. But it was a good sandwich anyway. All right, guys. I think I would like to do a reading on maybe Lindsey Graham, Mike Pompeo, or something like that. He's just playing dumb, isn't he? That Mike Pompeo. I never had a conversation about that. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know Giuliani was doing anything. Oh, yeah. It's all going to come down on his head for sure. So I want to take a look at him and see where he's at. Okay, guys. Oh, thank you so much. I've been getting donations. That is so kind of you guys. Thank you so much, Alicia. I really appreciate it. And I've been getting a lot of readings lately here too. So, and I've got a few more to do tonight. So I'm going to get with it and get on it. If you'd like to get a reading with me, look down below. That's my email. Just email me and we'll set it up, okay? All right. Love you guys. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you, okay? All right. Bye for now. Talk to y'all again soon.